Y ahí estamos grabando FENcast, grabando. Today with a very special guest, uno que he tenido antes para, si no me equivoco, para el podcast regular, pero también como para conversations regarding some collaborations we've done with books and such.
Yeah.
My good friend, Milian, Jose Milian, Earnestly now with his new music project. These
Yay.
anthems survived the end. ¿Cómo estamos,
Yes,
Madrid?
all good. Thankfully, these anthems are at the end, bro.
Bello.
Mano, I was just thinking that we started that. It was started you and me, like at the idea because of the song though previously.
Mm.
At the beginning when you did the online poetry thing, I was just thinking about that again. Whoa, it was sort of like a collaborative thing at the beginning. That's nice. But I'm feeling cool, feeling great. Really happy that I finally have the music out there and the full project. Really excited for what's next, thankfully.
Bello, mano, bello. Nah, yo te iba a mencionar eso, like, the first time I heard you say the phrase como tal, fue way back in the early pandemic days cuando decidí, like, try out Vox Populi through video submissions. Y tú tiraste
Yeah.
como que this could be a nice idea for the series.
See. I thought it was pretty cool because it sort of went with the theme of the world, I guess. But I wanted it to be pretty cool and catchy. Me gustó más la idea to have it online as well because it was just para ese entonces, it was a few weeks después de que todo el mundo había parado de ir a live events de anything really. Y so era como que un research tratando de surgir y make a call out to everyone para que siga haciendo poesía y like keep it going online. It was really exciting. Yeah, at that point that fit the best. We just rolled with it.
Yeah. Fun times. Before going into the project, te quería preguntar why Earnestly as your music project name?
Yeah, I asked myself that too sometimes still, but Earnestly, it just sounded right because it was something como que really, I thought about, so there's two reasons. Earnestly is like sincerity. It means like it comes from a sincere place, but to be earnest is to be sincere. And that's what I want to like have my music be. Everything is a sincere, expression of like what I feel or like just in general what I want to portray in my music. Y además de eso, me gusta Ernest as a name because in Atlanta, Childish Gambino's character is called Ernest, and I sort of feel a half connection to him because we share a birthday. And like I don't know, that's the only connection that we have, but I feel I want to draw from him a lot because ahora mismo the Sangrón Poemario was visually heavily influenced on like his Awaken My Love album, like just como que the freakiness or whatever. It was the freakiness, it was just like a direct opposite. Como que he was black and blue and I wrote with white and red. Yeah, I sort of want to draw from a really big como que inspiration, which is him.
Gotcha.
Thus, Earnestly.
Ya que menciona eso, you mentioned what the future might bring early on in the recording. For the most part, este proyecto es just indie or folk. A veces como que mete un poquito de synths, a little bit more of rock and roll.
Yeah.
Do you see yourself in the future exploring sounds como que R&B or soul or funk? Se tuviese la oportunidad.
Yeah, honestamente no me pongo a nada en términos de like género y lo que quisiera hacer musically because tengo como que estoy tan abierto a like cualquier like interpretación o influencia que me tiren, porque ahora mismo lo de los synths, que hubieron un par en the entire EP, fue heavily influenced off like los vibes que tenían Cologne y what they suggested to me at the time. Y I said, let's rock with it. And salió mejor que nada, mejor que like me pudiese imaginar. So, si alguien me da una buena recomendación y yo como que siento que va a ser para lo mejor, definitivamente me la tiro. Y pues, además de, to actually answer your question como de solidly, I'd love to explorar más like música bohemia en español y tener más como que un sonido rock en español, indie rock en español, because recientemente fui a Taller Libertad y vi a Los Grifos, vi a Grumpa y a Víctor Blue y me motivó de una manera tan demasiado, like el sound de ellos, like how they performed in general. Like yo esa semana escribí otra canción, like porque me motivó tanto y like era y so quiero, más o menos acoplarme, no necesariamente a copiar su estilo o like tratar de adaptarlo un poco because es tan pegajoso y creo que it feels better or it feels right to do music rock in Spanish, I don't know, like we're Puerto Rican and I feel like I should embrace that more. Y having that in my music definitely feels right. Y quiero hacer bastantes más canciones en español, definitivo. Cualquier genre que me tire, quiero hacerlo en español también.
Gotcha. Mencionaste un poquito del influence, bueno, no el influence, pero el feedback y el brainstorming que te proveyó Cologne while recording the project en el 777. So, creo que en algunas de las canciones habían como que unos background vocals. Te quería preguntar, ¿eran de Tony o were they your vocals as well?
So, los background vocals, I think for most of the songs it was my own, pero you can definitely hear Anthony in the background in Easy to Rate Cards y whatever. Yeah, because those are the Easy to Rate Cards y Jasmine are the ones that have the most como que background vocals, and most of my vocals in general son double voiced. So what I rock with the entire time. Pero as far as como que music direction, they had a heavier hand in that. O sea, whatever como que ahora mismo, let's say, Nothing Else to Break, comparado a lo que tengo ahora, la canción que salió ahora, era tan bare bones, era como que tan simple y tan como que to the basic level, but they just como que added so much layers of like guitarra en el bajo y los violines y todo eso, y en el momento que eso se grabó, yo como que this is amazing and more than I ever expected to achieve con la canción, que I gotta give it up to them 100% because they went the extra mile with that, honestly.
Sí, que esa colaboración, como dijiste, not only did it add layers, pero open doors to ideas que quizás no tenía ahí al momento.
Yeah, for sure. Like, algunas canciones definitivamente vieron un cambio de lyrics because of their influence, because they como que, they just know, they definitely feel the intention of every song, y pues they try to make sense of it better with in their own way. Y cada sugerencia que ellos me tiraban, como que I definitely took it to heart. Y como ellos dijeron, like, iba a ser de atrás para adelante, iba a ser como que un argument. Y that I wasn't prepared for, to be honest. El argument que es making music, because it's a fight. Like, you're back and forth, and you like try to stick to your idea, but you have to be open to them as well. Y al final del cabo, como que todo salió como salió, because there was like the healthy arguments about the lyrics and the guitars y todo eso. So, yeah, además de the lyrics también, heavily influenced in, like I said, Nothing Else to Break and Jasmine. Esos synths are all Anthony's work, like the interludes between the verses, the godly interludes between the verses, it's his work entirely. Like I give it up to him. And to this day, like yo tengo un mini un desacuerdo entre mí because no sé cuál es mi canción favorita, la que yo hice completa o Jasmine, because Jasmine, the produced Jasmine is just absolutely incredible. Okay, yeah, they definitely were for the better of this project.
Gotcha. Bello, man. Me encanta porque pues no te quedaste encerrado in your own bubble o en tu propia mente, como que you were just open-minded.
Yeah. Honestly, I wanted to avoid that también because my initial como que idea for the entire project era un acoustic album, which is still como que an idea that I want to pursue, pero aprovechando los resources que ellos me estaban dando with the drums and all the como que studio recorded instruments was like a given. The experience that I've heard, or the tracks that I've heard de ellos, de por sí, just era un buen ejemplo para el potencial que podía sacarle a las otras canciones también. So, yeah.
Y como que a pesar de que you originally wanted to be a full acoustic project, las canciones are still so raw que se nota esa esencia in the whole project.
I agree.
Te quería preguntar el artwork también. ¿Cómo te decidiste en hacer ese collage of colors?
Mano, it used to be a little bigger, but this como que that corner of it felt the best corner. And the more como que the most, to not overuse your word like raw, y también the most appropriate for it, because era como que un conglomerate de muchas cosas, de muchas emociones, que all captured the same thing, como que, like a very colorful and like vibrant feel. That para mí, despite como que the simplicity of it, just gave off indie vibes all around. Que I como que, y ese vino del arte que like usé para the poetry things, que fue like these anthems are like, this was the left, top left corner de eso. Además, debajo de eso was like the ocean side, y al lado derecho was like the very, to say it this way, como que it basically copied your style of like overwriting everything, like the scribble and todo eso. Okay. There was definitely still como que room to use that, but maybe for like the future for sure. Pero this corner was definitely lo más que what felt closest to home for this project. Y pues, it felt appropriate for sure.
Gotcha. Quizás los otros pueden ser para, I don't know,
100%.
singles,
you know it. Yes, 100%.
Cool. Me encanta que también este arte como que, sure, it gives us the indie vibes, pero también como que demuestra que this is not just a folk project, también va a haber un poquito de electronic vibes, aunque sea con opciones.
And one thing I like that you're mentioning folk a lot, because that's definitely the lane that I like to identify myself in. Como que un día mid recording, yo como que vi un meme de like once you grow up, once you turn 18, you're not emo anymore. You turn into these facets like metal, folk punk, post punk. Yo, what's folk punk? And I go down this rabbit hole of like finding folk punk songs. You go, I thought that like this is what I write. This is like the type of music that I have been writing for the longest time. Como que it was almost it was really relieving, como que finding like, oh, there's a lot of people that write this type of music and there's an audience for it. And just como que me identifiqué tanto con like el genre. You know, okay, if I introduce Earnestly is a folk punk artist, like because anytime it's really close enough. But besides that, como que I draw a lot of inspiration from like Midwest emo, like Mulligan, modern baseball, from bottoms. Pero folk punk is definitely the one that I rock with for sure.
Gotcha. Te quería también preguntar, ya que mencionaste que, por lo menos escuchando a Victor Blue, su álbum reciente es super
Mhm.
eclectic, super varied in sounds. Would you like to
Yes,
collaborate with him at some point in the future?
most definitely. Esa misma noche where I met him, I approached him como que, hey man, I feel like such a nerd because I was like, hey man, that was amazing. You're amazing. I have I'm a musician, you're a musician. But yeah, most definitely. He was really open to just hearing me out in general. And I appreciate it very much. Que I came in, I even apologized because like I didn't mean to be too forward with like my
Mm,
approach about like whatever, but it was super chill. I'm always when I like reach out to other artists, yo siempre estoy como que, mano, te admiro y quiero hacer algo nuevo contigo. Y si se puede hacer el caso que pudiésemos hacer algo, quiero que sea algo como que the best of both worlds, como que mi fuerza y las de él se vayan y they make a beautiful baby and whatever, and just that rocks your ears off. Like, I feel like it would be like a really cool folky song, and then he just like comes in with some masterful EDM / rapping, and I'm like, oh my god.
yeah.
I
Yeah.
was so impressed with the rapping on stage. Yo, what the? You can do that in a song with rock in
Yeah.
it. I wasn't like unfamiliar to the idea, but like yeah, haciendo was like definitely going to something else, something a sight to see for sure.
No, yeah, for sure. O sea, when you listen to it while listening to Spotify or whatever, pues tienes esta experiencia, pero obligado que verlo en vivo tiene que ser otros 20. O sea, uno nunca se acostumbra a ver ese tipo de presentación en vivo acá en Puerto Rico porque no es muy común.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no moving. Yeah.
De,
Oh.
eh, te quería también preguntar eh, el nombre, as we talked about earlier, por lo menos lo habíamos ya como que mencionado randomly in the early pandemic days, pero las canciones, o la mayoría de las canciones in this project, were some of them being in development en los open mics, cuando tú las presentabas a veces, o estas son completely new songs?
So creo que para el open mic stage era la más que tenía más confidence de perform, que la hice una vez, fue Easy to Break Hearts. Y pues yo creo que para contestarte bien, esa fue la canción que definitivamente empezó todo el proyecto, pero las canciones de por sí fueron como que cherry picked from like different stages y como que different parts of pre-pandemic and like during pandemic as well. Que yeah, they sort of I put them in the EP to have a sequence for sure, pero they were so como que they happened so out of order que it feels like como que I just manufactured this story as a benefit to the EP, but like definitely they had their own intention and they worked beautifully together. But I think that if I were to have released them como que individualmente, it would have been just as great como que to have them out, because standalone, each of them como que means so much to me. De por sí, que like I carry them with me. They're my pride. Y yeah, pero para decirte bien, las canciones que tenía más sólida durante like los Poetry Nights era Jasmine y Easy to Break Hearts, for sure. Esas dos eran las que.
Ya, chicos, sí que esas eran las que más
Yeah,
forma tenían, más concretas.
exactly. Yeah.
Entonces mencionaste que you can't wait for the future. So, what does the future hold for Earnestly? Again, keeping in mind que we're recording at the end of November, but this is coming out by late January.
Right. Yeah. como te dije, like, después de ese concierto de Víctor y los Grifos, escribí una canción y quiero meterle mano tan duro, because here's the thing también, después de el EP, como que he estado, yo siempre como empiezo like, oh, I'm switching gears to like another art form y bla, 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 y I'm just gonna give it some space so that it breathes or whatever, pero después del EP, como que, the release del EP, me sentí como que, oh, I have this song, now this other song, and I still como que keep writing songs, you're going, oh man, it's not a fluke, it's like, it's in a weird way to describe it, me está matando el imposter syndrome que he tenido, que me he dado cuenta que escribir las canciones ha sido como que lo más que me apasiona, y poder escucharlas developed y poder como que crearlas poco a poco is definitely the best part of the process for me. Like, I feel really, I'm nerve-wracking. I'm like the most anxious about performing live, que espero también hacer in the future. Hopefully by January, I will have done it, pero quiero hacer live performance, y eso me da mucha ansiedad, pero quiero approach it with excitement, because recientemente también fui a un live show de Colón, and I saw them for the first time perform, y eso también me motivó un montón, y rapidito ellos me vieron y como, yo, when are you gonna go up? when are you gonna open for us? Yo, man, I want to. So yeah, hopefully a lot more live performances. Y te mencioné ahorita de el acoustic, como que acoustic versions of the songs. I still have in mind y plan, quiero hacer un full acoustic cover del EP and have that be another como que another project. It's the same project, but another one, you know. But just acoustic, just to have como que the heart of the project be como que out there, because las canciones que he performed live para my friends han sido Easy to Break Cards y Taste, y las veces que la performed, una amiga se me acercó y dijo, tú puedes grabar esa, like, tener la acoustic version. Yo, that was my idea, that was my plan. So yes. I know that people will like this, so yes, I want to do that. Yeah, that's what it is.
Nice. Do you also have plans of maybe doing videos or other stuff like that to give the project more life?
I feel like I keep coming back to like videos y all that, because en la poesía todavía no he hecho como que video, y ahora en la música creo que no necesariamente más demanding, pero es bueno que like, la gente te vea como que haciendo lo que sabes hacer. Y I'll say this, como que para el acoustic cover of the album, of the EP, quiero hacer like a video performance, que sea como like a full 20-minute video, because the EP is like 12 minutes, a full 20-minute videos with like las canciones. Yo hago un set, yo no sé dónde, con like a side guitar, una amiga que también toca guitarra conmigo, que with enough planning va a estar bastante cabrón. Y además de las canciones, unos bonus tracks to like pull people in, because like esas canciones like que quiero hacer, que quiero seguir experimentando, quiero que like también me vean haciéndola, you know. So videos, as far as videos, me encantaría hacer como que un full, well developed como que music video para at least Easy to Break Cards, porque that's my jam. I feel like a lot of people will like that one.
Dope. Lo del 20-minute video, maybe algo tipo Tiny Desk o algo así would be.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want that Tiny Desk aesthetic. I'll say the working title of the EP project, and it's rolling with the same acronyms thing. I want it to be called Wine, como vino, wine, and it's what I never expected. just the general reaction of people. It's like, despite como que, you know, to bring it, I don't want to be pessimistic ni nada, pero like, the general reaction como que it has como que maintain its little bubble, but it is still like so much more than I ever expected to like achieve, because I don't know, I never expected people to actually like the music y como que share it with other people, but yeah, I want to como que say thank you in a weird way to everyone that's still como que listening. Yeah, they still do, which is great.
Beautiful, mano, beautiful. Do you have a date que te gustaría lanzar eso como que side attachment to take?
Definitely next year. Right now it's seeming como que very where the end of the year is closer now, literally. Pero hopefully early next year, algo de febrero, quisiera hacerlo. Quisiera proponerme para que fuese en febrero. So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. Y creo que si lo digo ahora, puedo empezar a hacerlo y tenerlo ready para allá. So, keep me to it.
Confía que I will.
Yes,
Dude, como mencionaste ahorita, you're a person who likes to be working on different art style mediums, como nos conocimos a través de la poesía y also the music, pero también comics. So te pregunto, ¿cómo viene la cosa con los comics y la poesía or any other art form que tengan esa?
Yeah, as far as como que comics, it's been definitely on the back burner, como like I said, with like the artistic gears, pero siempre de vez en cuando las artes visuales siempre salen de una manera u otra, porque ahora mismo yo hice el arte para el EP cover y pues el single cover de Easy to Rate Cards, y eso fue a lot of fun y a lot of como que it was a lot stressful because I had to como que si tú hubieses visto el font que yo tenía para Easy to Rate Cards y quería como que fuese como que un funny como que mock on like metal covers y like el font ese bien como que crack or like bien illegible, so in a way, y yo como que lo puse así, Earnestly, y se decía un montón de gente like, what does this read? You know, hearts. I can understand hearts, but like the rest I can't see. But like yeah, so that was that was fun. That was definitely fun. Pero as far as visual arts, lo más que puedo como que mostrar es like los figure drawings que había estado haciendo, que eran live drawings, y además de eso pintura, like tratando de envolverme de nuevo en la pintura, by like haciendo uno like 2" by 2" como que pieces de like, le hice a Anthony para su cumpleaños su perrito. Y like eso fue como que like it was a genuine gift, but it was also como que to try to remind myself how to paint, and he loved it, and like I loved more than anything seeing how people como que appreciate that. So si sigo haciendo como que arte más como para crecer y todo eso, pero lo más que me gustó y que había estado haciendo recientemente fue el figure drawing, y eso como que desarrolló tanto like el resto de mi like visual drawings en términos de la figura, de las proporciones, de como que en todos el sentido, like me mejoró my artistic como que skill, for sure. Que yeah, as far as como que comics, still the back burner, I guess. Yeah, that's it.
Eso fue practicando con Neftali, like
yes, Neftali. El montó, o sea, había tenido un grupo ya que para cuando yo me uní habían tenido como que 2 o 3 sesiones nada más, pero él quería montar, y la idea es montar un grupo de artistas que sean, you know, que quieran tener modelos y como que interpretarlos live. So, esas sesiones fueron bastante divertidas porque además de al primero participar como modelo, like, participar como drawer fue bastante de beneficio because yo estaba con mi maqueta acá y Neftali al frente. I need to learn, so I'm just gonna have to copy whatever he's doing. Or like try to, by osmosis como que absorb his artistry. Pero la idea fue totalmente de él y like, admiro tanto el proceso, because es arduo y tan como que tan demanding, porque del modelo y del artista, because como el setup seteaba eso fue like 1 minute poses and 5 minute poses and then going deep into like 15 minutes and 30 minutes and even an hour afterwards. Yeah, and it was going at it. Y yo, like, a los de 15, ya a los de 15, yo como que, I can't do this. Pero yo como que definitivamente, él no tiene que enseñar, él no está ahí para enseñarle a nadie, pero si tú le preguntas, él se a su disposición como que happily te explica cómo son las cosas. Que, fue un como que una buena experiencia y la mejor persona para aprenderle.
Yeah, he's open to showing mountain and blue.
Most definitely.
Beautiful. Y entonces en cuestión de writing, que no sean canciones, sean either stories or poetry or whatever, ¿cómo viene eso?
Writing, man. I feel like that one's also como que taking a break. I did the short story for your collection. And afterwards, como que just going, haven't been in that zone, I guess. But tengo la idea que siempre come back to me about like every kid has like their novel and their like that they make when they're like in middle school. And so I keep thinking back and I was like, man, I should revisit it for sure. But poesía definitivamente es lo más que me vuelve a salir porque están adjacent to music writing, to like songwriting. Y pues la poesía siempre como que va a ser I walk on poesía, my left leg is poesía and the right leg is like songwriting, so and that's how I walk. So yeah, de los poemas que he escrito, of course has been to look for like our collaborations in the future, and despite como que sometimes being minimal, it always feels like so much when I find a new idea. Like, oh my God, yes. Y puedo conectar esto. Y ya cosas como Freeverse ya me está interesando más. Y la lectura en general, like, despite como que reading a lot of manga as of recently, like that's all I read recently. Aún me meto a los libros de poesía de Langleaf y de los otros que like my sisters get me, so yeah. Y every so often mi hermana también hace poesía, la postea en su in her like art account, her poetry account, y she comes back to me like, oh, what do you think about this, what do you think about that? It's pretty good, better than I have, so yeah. But yeah, te puedo decir que like I try to surround myself with artistic people in every way. Y I know that that's gonna come back to me in good karma. So I'm not worried about como que my lack of inspiration now, because I know that like in one way or another it's gonna show.
Entiendo full en eso. There's además de documenting la escena y todo eso, that's another reason why I do the podcast. So learning from other people who are also artists, but it fuels your creativity.
Yes.
Especially from the diferentes medios.
Yeah.
Como he mencionado ahorita, you're also very interested in other mediums. Una vez me ha mencionado, like, maybe try to do a sculpture or of some sort. Is that still in the cards?
Wow.
Are you still developing that? Is there anything that you would like to work with? Look at.
I mentioned that once or twice, and Fence still remembers it. Whoa. And I was also thinking about that recently. Damn.
BK del Mall, papá.
So, yeah, esa idea la estaba pensando recientemente un amigo, hermano. So I'm working now. O sea, I'm working and I'm getting, I can actually fund my art, which is how I did this EP too, by the way. I feel like that's more of a possibility now if I como que play my cards right. Que I like that sculpture idea a lot. Y yo creo que tirarla a algún lado en my way estaría tan cabrón. Like just como que have people interact with it in general. Like if I do a sculpture, it has to be interactive. I can't como que have it like people look at it. It's como que respect to that, but I want people to like mess it up and like try to. I want it to be like a wall where people can do graffiti on, like just wham and like do whatever they want with it. Yeah. Had we talked about this on the podcast before? Like
maybe. La vez que me acuerdo que lo hablamos bastante fue back in Burger King.
Okay. Sí. Okay. Sí. Pero yeah. And you remember where we talked about it too. Holy.
Yeah,
but yeah, the idea was I won't say it because like it's fine, and I don't want to.
No.
Like it's jam.
Don't spoil it.
But yeah. Okay.
Let's just remember that it was Burger King.
It was Burger King, and it was very cool.
Burger King, mediodía. We were working on Sangre, and then we just talked about other things. Yeah.
When we went down the Star Wars rabbit hole and a billion other things. Yeah.
Dude, estamos closing out, pero pues, where can people find your work? ¿Cómo consiguen Earnestly? ¿Cómo consiguen el EP? Esas cositas.
Yeah, so of course you can follow for updates de lo que sea, de mi arte, sea art commissions que estoy abierto haciendo, estoy tratando de hacer more digital art de cualquier medio, you can throw whatever idea at me and I'll try to do my best towards adaptando eso. So digital art media, mi música, of course, de Earnestly, y any other art form que esté tratando, inventando, por Tries to Speak, that's my official art account. My personal account is jfasa with 2 A's at the end. That's where I am more myself, I guess, sometimes. Pero yeah, you can follow me there. Sangre un poemario está todavía en Amazon digital version, the Kindle version. Y these anthems survive the end, as well as Nothing Else to Rate, Get Easy to Rate cards tanto en Spotify, iTunes, and Apple Music, y Tidal también. And slowly but surely, we're trying to get it to all the streaming services, y también on Twitch, que weirdly enough, lots of demand for Twitch. Tengo una amiga que se llama Yajaira que está haciendo Twitch streamings a lot, y desde que salió cada canción ha estado empezando a stream con mis canciones y yo la aprecio tanto por eso.
Beautiful.
Y además de eso, otros panas también, which has been streaming for a while, también has been streaming my songs. So wherever you can find it, and if you play it, I appreciate you so much. So yeah.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Dude, primero que todo, thank you for saying yes not only to the interview, pero todos los inventos que yo te digo to be a collaborator in.
Yes, it keeps me busy for sure.
Segundo, mucha salud en lo que salimos de la cosa esta por completo.
Yes.
How it is. Y tercero, mano, para adelante. I love that you're always experimenting with different mediums. A pesar de tener un poquito de imposter syndrome like me sometimes. Te tira, fuck it.
Yeah. You do gotta say fuck it.
Yeah.
just say fuck it and then do it.
Exactly.
If anyone can take a lesson out of this, fuck it, do it.
Yeah.
But
as long as it ain't hurting anybody, just
literally, yeah, more than anything. you know, don't hurt anyone with your art.
Mhm.
I appreciate the space and always the welcoming at the vibes from you. And cuando tenga mal día, tírame,
For
or
sure.
else or else I'm gonna be very angry at you. Pero if I can finish anything, live shows. Let's do live shows.
For
I
sure.
want to do live shows.
For sure, for sure, for sure. Y por último, mano, pa'lante, siempre pa'lante. You know how I do, my dude.
Pa'lante, coño. Let's do it.
Yo, Milian, earnestly tries to speak, sea con T-O o con el dos. Look it up.
Yes. Tries to speak forever.